let me go like poop, and it's like, oh no, there's only one sheet of toilet paper. Who could have done this? And then eventually it spooks the main character so much that they decide to call not an exorcist, but a therapist. And then the therapist is gonna show up. She's gonna come with her Ouija board. She's gonna do all these crazy things, and she's gonna be like, oh, so the reason why Brittany holds a lot of resentment towards you is because when she was alive, you used to comment on her Facebook statuses, but you never liked it. Yeah, and remember the time you said you were gonna Venmo her $10 and then you never did? He's just like, oh, by the way, you never did the dishes in the house, and that's why she decided to fuck your dead dad. Anyway, that's the story of my passive-aggressive movie activity. Please don't steal it from me. I can tell by your faces it's gonna be such a great movie. I'm gonna win all the awards. Thank you very much. Give it up for Henry.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. Give it up for Jasmine Boat. Fuck that. No. I'm gonna call her Jasmine. Just Jasmine. We're gonna leave it at that. Yeah, thank you so much. Great set. Do want to comment on the child who kept heckling through the whole thing. As someone who was a kid in comedy for a long time, is that what it's like to have me there watching you? Because I'm in terror. Kid, this is an open mic. You seem like a funny guy. I'm going to tell you right now, you should sign up for it. Everyone would have their full support behind you. Yeah. No pressure for tonight, but one day. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. A kid comedian isn't going to be special anymore for this kid. Anyway, you guys should be very excited for your next comic. We got any Ian Shippen fans in the house? Yeah. Every guys, his hand towel joke gets funnier every time I hear it. Please give it up for Ian Shippen.
Thank you, Henry Payne. No, I've really got nothing tonight. Instead of preparing, I just binge-watched Netflix all day and got high. So we're gonna get through this together. I'm still high, guys, but binge watching Netflix. Any Netflix fans here? Any guys like Netflix? Yeah, the little kid likes Netflix. So I think I'm just gonna give us a bunch of Netflix recommendations and then I'm gonna get off, if that's cool. Yeah. I binge watched a show today called Lock and Key. Anybody ever see that? No? It's cool. This one's about this teenage girl suffering from the loss of her father, having to deal with teenage girl things like boy problems and puberty. And guess what, guys? She has powers. She had magical powers. Powers. Okay, fine. I also binge watched a show called I'm Not Okay With This. Anybody hear about that one? Yeah, that one's good. This one's about a teenage girl suffering from the loss of her father, having to deal with teenage girl things like boy problems and puberty. And guess what? She has powers. How'd you know? Oh, it's crazy. It's not as good as this show called The Chilling Tales of Sabrina, though.
Oh, I love that.
This one's about a teenage girl suffering from the loss of her parents, having to deal with teenage girl things like boy problems and puberty. And guess what? She has powers. Yes, sir. All right, last one, and then maybe I'll tell a joke or something. I watched this show called A Letter to the King. Anyone see that one? This one's a little different. It's about a teenage boy suffering from the loss of his father, having to deal with teenage boy things like girl problems and puberty. And guess what, sir? No. But he has a female companion who's also a teenager, and she has powers, sir. She has powers. All right, a joke. Why couldn't the chicken cross the road? Yeah, because it threw out its crack. It threw out its crack. How did the chicken get across the road, young man? Powers. Fucking powers. Jesus, where have you been? Give it up for Henry, guys. Henry Payne is here, hosting in high school. Were you popular in high school, dude? Are you popular now in high school? No. So no. Yeah, exactly. So no. Nah. I was pretty popular in high school, guys. I was in a band in high school. True story. We called ourselves Thuggies. Thuggies. Yeah. Yeah, this one's for Jack, because he knows about this. He searched for us, and we had this very, very popular song, and it was called Fluff. And it was about my first sexual experience in high school. If I could sing that for you guys now, that would be great. This'll kill some time. All right, here we go, guys. This one's called Pillow. It's a song called Pillow, or Fluff, sorry, by our band Thuggies. I'm high, guys. Come on, we're getting through this together. All right, hold on. Here we go. Sorry, there's a guitar intro. Met a girl at a party, she was kinda cool. We might space each other back and forth and she played me for a fool. Invited to her house one day, I just got off of work. Fell asleep and when I woke up, she was with some jerk and I was being had sex on top of by the girl. Had sex on top of and I wanted to hurl. True story, had sex on top of and I've had enough. Had sex on top of, under the fluff of a pillow. Verse 2. I was under a pillow, the pillow was under them. They were going at it on me, I thought it would never end. Didn't know what I was supposed to do, so I prayed for sleep. Her fucking ass in my face and I didn't make a peep. And then it's like the chorus like 50,000 times, so that's all I got on that one. Thank you. No Thuggies fans, we're on MySpace still, guys. Look us up on MySpace. Oh man, give it up for Paco for putting this shit on too. Paco's like my favorite person to hang out with. We like to go out on the town and try to pick up women, right? We make it a game of sorts as to who can get more numbers. And after night of fierce competition, we're tied. 0-0. It's just a bad game of soccer, guys. No one's scoring. I can't tell those kinds of jokes anymore, guys. I am in a new relationship, everybody. I'm in a new... Just Jack. Jolly Jack gives a shit. Everybody else is disappointed. Oh, that's great, guys. You all wanted me, but you can't have me now. Good shit. I am. It's kind of weird. Like, we went on our first date, right? And the first date, I thought it went really well. And then she called me up afterwards. She's like confused as to why I didn't make a move on the first date. And I was like, I was trying to be a gentleman. I was trying to be a nice guy. She's like, nice guys finish last. She found out on our third date, guys. Nice guys, we finished first. We finished first, sir. We finished first. They're eating pizza back there. We're still doing this. I don't know. Fine, I'll clean it up a little bit. True story, though. She had this dream about me, right? And I thought that she had like a dream where she and I hooked up, right? But she apparently totally skipped that dream and went straight to the I was pregnant with your baby and you were taking care of me dream, which I didn't know was a thing. So I was like, wait a second, time out. How could you be pregnant with my baby in your dreams when we didn't even have the sex dream, right? I think they need to have the Maury who's the father dream, because I'm not it. Not paying any dream child support, tell you that much. I don't know, I'm terrible single, guys. I'm terrible single, so it's good that I'm in a relationship, because I suck single. Like, I never knew how to pick up women. Like, I would love to be able to go up to a lady and just be like, hey, you want to come back to my place and watch a movie or make a movie? Yeah. Like, I don't have that kind of confidence in me. I have to use more realistic pickup lines like, hey, Jack, does middle class security turn you on? Do medical benefits make you horny? Things like that. I don't know, they use the same one on me every time. I don't think that women are as good at pickup lines. They use the same one on me every time. They're always like, let's just be friends. I don't know. Terrible, terrible friendship. Yeah, what else do I want to... I applied out for a few jobs, guys. I'm trying to change jobs, yeah, you know. I like applying out for jobs because I like wearing ties. I was always that little Filipino kid in high school that would wear a tie. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I just go to school, like, I'd love picking them out in the morning just before school and just be like, what color do I want to get my ass kicked in today? Red to match my bloody nose or black and blue to match my eyes or something. I don't know. That's actually why I have a flat nose, guys. Not because I'm Filipino, but because I never learned how to duck. It's just flat and beaten up in high school. But no, I did apply out for some jobs. I'm trying to look for a new job. How do you tell your current job that you want to break up with them? Just be like, it's not you, it's money or something. But I applied out, and this guy wanted to hire me just based off of my resume, which I feel is like trying to marry somebody based off of their Tinder. Let's slow down. Let's get to know each other. I made the mistake of telling him that I do comedy, Judy. And he's like, tell me a joke. And I was like, your benefits package. It's terrible. No 401k. Jeez Louise, I don't know. I'm an old man at heart. Yeah, I did wear ties in high schools, you know. My favorite position in bed is 69, but that's just so we can massage each other's feet and things like that. My girlfriend uses words like sus and fam, and I use words like skedaddle, right? It's terrible. I even have like an old man bed, right? It's like an old man bed that I can like press a button and the back comes up so I can watch Matlock and Murder, She Wrote better. So I like, it's just, it's like his butt, this is what I have. This is what I do when I have 10 minutes to fill, but I have like 5 minutes of prepared material. Yeah, that's how I fuck in the new bed, guys, too. I'm a power bottom now. Oh man, all right. How much time do I have left, Henry? Okay, let's just. Oh shit! All right, I'll end on these Ian Shippen classics, guys. Yes. All right. Happy to say, what is an Ian Shippen classic? I'm down a size, guys. True story though. I've been working out. I'm down a size. Yeah. I went from a Walmart large down to a Macy's large. Everybody. I wanted to get a tattoo to up my street cred, right? A friend of mine stopped me. He's like, no, don't get a tattoo because as you lose weight, your skin's gonna start to sag and it's gonna look nothing like it did when you originally got it. So I want to get a tattoo that works in the opposite direction. Like right now, everybody would look at it and be like, what is that? I'm like, I have no idea. But after 30 more pounds, it'll be a dragon. I met this guy with a black X tattooed on his hand. I was like, what's up with that black X on your hand? He's like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't have sex. I'm like, I know lots of married people. What's up with that black X on your hand? It's terrible. I'll end on this. Any married people in the house right now? Yeah, good guys. I'm at the age right now where like all my friends are getting married, so their wives are telling them that they can't go out anymore, so they stop being my friends. The only thing keeping me going is that statistically half of them will be my friends again within the next 10 years. So, all right, let's bring our host back up here, Henry Payne.
Hey, thank you so much, Ian. He always as well. I love Ian. When he came up and he said that he was high while performing, I was like, what a surprise. That's the whole joke. There's no punchline. You would find it funnier if you went to more open mics. This next comedian is someone who I believe is super funny, or she isn't. I haven't seen her perform before. But ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Rebecca Robinson.
Thank you so much. He almost complimented me. He was so close. He checked himself out in the mirror first before introducing me. I hope everyone saw that. He was like, hold on, I'm still good looking and young, and then let's continue the show. Hi, I'm from here, surprise. I'm also from Colorado, so I do like to start my sets off with just like a tiny bit of mindfulness. Join me on this journey if you like. I just like to take a deep breath in, search the room, see if there's any hot people in here. I don't want to get tripped up in the middle of the set, you know? One time I went, because I found one, and I was later told that's very unprofessional. So I get it out of the way in the beginning, but tonight we're good. We're fucking solid, let's go. The pandemic's been fucking wild, if I do say so. I had a boyfriend in college. Don't learn from him, sir. I had a boyfriend in college who used to steal my panties. Yeah, I know. And during the pandemic, I was like, oh my God, I just pray that he's recycling them as face masks. You know, because like, why steal them if not to smell them? So gross. I called our mutual friend Danny. I go, hey, do you think there's any chance that Stan's recycling the masks? And he goes, no, he doesn't even believe in COVID. And I was like, yeah, that checks out. Definitely checks out that line of thinking. It's cool. I had a boyfriend at the beginning of quarantine. I broke up with him 2 weeks in, brave. And it turns out like the further away guys are from you, the grosser they get, you know? I downloaded some apps and one of them was OnlyFans, I'll be honest, okay? I got an OnlyFans, I uploaded 8 pictures, I texted 3,
very emotionally abusive ex-boyfriends, and I extorted the shit out of them, okay? I made $3,000 for tits they've already seen. A lot. For free. It was genius. I'm still getting residuals. It's like... But I also downloaded dating apps. I downloaded Tinder, and I had a gentleman message me, and he said, "Hey, girl, I want to socially distance your ass cheeks and then see what happens." And I was like, yo, if that's where we're starting, like, where are we finishing? You know, like, logistically on my back. That's just where it makes the most sense. So stupid. I've been trying to figure out my body issues. No one has those. Relatable. I think it's really sexy when a guy tries to like go and pick me up like a firefighter, you know, like I think it's complicated though. Like I think they have to have like a Bob the Builder energy, like, can we lift her? Maybe, you know? I love the confidence it takes because, you know, it's like you're hooking up with a guy, things start to get all steamy, like, you know, you start touching each other. Like I just start describing sex to you guys. That'd be so weird. But you need more square footage, right? And so he has an action plan, and he goes down as a fireman. And what we forget is that Bob the Builder had friends, okay? He goes down as a fireman, and he realizes he needs to be more like a forklift, you know? Because I'm much more dense than I look dainty. I am. And I was saying this at a show a different time, and I was like, it's like my bones are made of cement, you know, trying to be poetic and shit. And some guy came up to me after the show. He was like, hey, good stuff. I just thought you should know when you were talking about cement, what you really meant to say was concrete. And he said it like that, concrete. And I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, cement is a powder. Concrete is a mixture. I was like, okay, this guy's talking about concrete like it's the Nordstroms of paving streets. What's going on? I was like, this guy thinks I don't know that I can take a powder, add some water, make a mixture. What is this, 8th grade science? If it is, why is no one fingering me? That's usually my closer, but I felt like you guys deserved that early. I wanted to look your dad in the eyes, you know? I overheard someone say recently, like, people who have signs that say, like, live, laugh, love, like, have to read them to survive, you know? I have so much inspirational signage in my house right now, you guys. It looks like I'm trying to teach myself how to fucking read. Okay? Mama's been sad, okay? I've been holding on like a loose tooth tied to a doorknob that's about to slam shut, okay? But I was driving the other day and I saw a bumper sticker and it said, live, laugh, love. And I was like, fuck that. But right underneath it said, but if that doesn't work, load, aim, fire. I was like, oh my God, this whole time I've been looking for an answer. I just needed to believe in the Second Amendment. And I told that joke in New York and it bombed. You know, they're not a big shooting crowd like they are in Colorado. It's kind of our thing there. They're more of a stabbing people, you know? So I was like, okay, you guys are more of a stabbing crowd. And they laughed. And I was like, yeah, so are my family in Hawaii. You know, you guys are also, we're not gun people out here. Make something on the beach. Whittle your own shiv. Sanjaya? I don't know. Okay, so that's not in there. I just recently drove all the way, here's what we'll do. I recently drove all the way across the country and then flew all the way back. It was dumb. I did not plan well, okay? But I looked over jokes from a very long time ago, and I'm gonna try one right now, and I'm giving you this disclaimer as I never would have. This is such a bad thing to do, but I'm doing it because I don't believe in this joke right now. I believe in you more than me, okay? And I'm the one who showed up, so. Amidst the pandemic, my therapist said that we should work on reparenting myself, okay? Because I started ordering like an excessive amount of shoes that I really wanted in middle school. You know, like just mainly shoes that were super popular in the 90s, you know, like Steve Madden platform heels, you know, like jelly platform heels, you know, just like sexy platform heels. You get it. And every time a new box came in the mail, I was like, I feel like a kid again. And I realized, like, uh-oh, if every time I get a pair of high heels in the mail, I feel like a child, maybe I wasn't one, you know? Maybe I didn't have one of those. I realized, like, my parents, they were so old and retired when they had me. Like, by the time I popped out, they just needed someone answering the phones. Like, I was just like a baby secretary, you know? Like, I was like, Robinson residence, this is Rebecca speaking. May I ask who's calling? Like, where was I gonna go with that, you know? Like, oh, looks like you're looking for the HR department. Let me connect you to my mom in the kitchen, you know? I was 5. I was a 5-star concierge at 5 years old. I excel at Excel. I make a mean thank you note. You know what I'm saying? It is, it's stupid. I recently got an email that said, happy 25th mileage plus anniversary, and I'm only 27, which means my dad signed me up for an account when I was just 2 years old, you know? So, like, being raised as a corporate kindergarten had its perks, you know? I got paid vacations, full health bennies, and I'm pretty sure, you guys, between you and me, in a few years, I'm gonna inherit the whole fucking company. Okay, you don't like jokes about your parents dying. Grow up, okay? That's the one thing we have in common that I know for a fact. My dad is dead, though. I do have a dead dad. He died when he did. Who's keeping track, you know? And my dad was a triathlete, which is a really creative way of telling your family that at any given point you can be exactly 26.2 miles away from them on foot, you know? Super loving. But during the pandemic, we became a lot closer because I actually bought a Ouija board, and we got to know each other, which was really cool. Yeah, because when he was alive, he was super dyslexic. So it was like, oh my God, in the afterlife, you learn how to read for me? Like, yes, no, okay. So funny. So we're gonna talk more about my dead dad. It's just, that's where we're going. Something they don't tell you before it's too late, don't put an urn in the bedroom. Oopsies, okay. Like, I was dating a new guy, and I started to make out with him, and as soon as my shirt came off, I realized my dad was in the room, you know? And I was like, uh-oh, and my dad's not in a normal urn, because urns are $1,000, and I do this. So he's in a coffee cup. Okay, he's not just in a normal coffee cup, it's thermo-insulated, it's an Ironman cup, he was a 7-time world champ and very frugal, he'd be proud, okay? But I had to, like, sexily, like, slip out and, like, just move a random cup from my bed, like, from my room, you know, without him, like, assuming there's ashes in it. And I got, you know, and I like to think now that, like, he just thinks every travel mug has a dead dad inside. I like to think that I put that in there. But I got back and had to be like, oh yeah, that was my dad in there. He's like, what? I was like, don't worry, you know. I'm going on a trip soon. It's just one less cup holder. Get to see the country with dad. He's not in there alone. My dad's not in the coffee cup by himself. He's in there, well, he's not totally there, right? Because we split him up. We split him up among myself, my brother, and my mom, and the ocean, because we're from here. Sand is made of dead people. You're welcome. And so I don't know what parts of my dad I have left, but he is in a Ziploc baggie. Okay, he's in a lot of Ziploc baggies. I'm selling dime bags of my dad after the show. That's pretty much where that's where that joke goes. I'm always trying to explain to people on the mainland, like, sand is made of dead people, and they're like, it's made of rocks! I'm like, if only you knew. You know? Okay, we're gonna do one really old joke, and then we're gonna get the fuck. No, I'm just kidding. This place is great. I love King's Pizza. It's literally where I did my second mic ever, so God bless this place for staying live. Tip them 150%, because you worked in the service industry. It sucks. Okay. I love TLC's Trading Spaces. Love that classic show. For those of you who don't know what it is, you probably don't, you're very young. For those of you who don't know what it is, TLC's Trading Spaces is a cool home renovation television show where they take 2 pairs of neighbors and team them up against one another to redecorate each other's homes and bring down the value of their neighborhood together. You know, it's like, what does community mean to you? because they take this show and they like do the whole design principle on just like one basic fact. So like during the interview, they'll meet with the neighbors and they'll be like, hey, what is your neighbor like? And the first neighbor will say something kind of plain like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure Sarah studied math in college. And TLC's like, great, we gutted her entire kitchen, threw out the stove, threw out the refrigerator, and put in a giant abacus. Solid, that's helpful. They go to the other neighbor, they have to say something more dire, to drive the plot. They're like, what is your neighbor like? They're like, we're pretty sure Diane's daughter died of a horseback riding accident. And TLC's like, oh, excellent. We took their only spare living space and turned it into a barn for real live horses that they're now legally responsible to take care of. Brr, brr, brr. It's like, and that armoire you asked us never to touch, we painted it white. There's always something that they don't want touched that gets touched anyways. Am I right, ladies? Okay. You guys have been awesome. Give it up for your 15-year-old host. I've been Rebecca Robinson. Thank you.
Hey, give it up once again. She was really funny. Yeah, it doesn't feel good coming from a 16-year-old, does it? Being called really funny. That and asking someone out, the only times when being called funny just doesn't really do it. Oh God, she said the thing about the mirror and now I cannot stop wanting to look over. Guys, we're gonna keep the show rolling. Please give a warm welcome to your next comic, Niko.
Woo! I like how you just subtly corrected her. I'm 16. Thanks. That was the 16-year-old coming out of you. Hi. Your dad likes it because he's like, I see it every fucking day with this kid. Every day. His attitude gets worse. He goes up on stage, he thinks he's funny. Now I don't know what I was gonna say. Damn it. Oh, sir. Okay, I had a new roommate recently, and she got like a serving job where she has to do like pool tips. Has anybody ever been a server before? No? No? Do you guys tip your servers, or are you guys pieces of shit? You fuckers. All of you. Nigel, you better tip, bro. I'm on stage, so I can't cross the barrier, but bruh. You better tip your servers. Yeah, but she's been just bitching. She hates it. She hates being a server. Yeah. And I was a server for a long time, but I like hearing her like complain, I realized that I just can't go back to that. Because there's just so many flaws and just terrible things. Like, one of the worst things I've ever seen. Okay, I was a server at Buffalo Wild Wings, and it was this just like rich, fat, white family wearing literally like the same clothes both of you are wearing, just some stupid button-up Aloha shirt that you paid $5 for at Ross. Ugh. But yeah, they were just like gross, and like the mom was just like, she was like drooling on her stupid Aloha dress that was matching her husband, He looked like it was like the first vacation him and his big fat family could afford in 30 years of family. So he was just miserable the whole meal. Like, I just paid $60 for this stupid flight for this fucking fat family that doesn't even appreciate my work. That's what I felt. It hurt me inside. But what I got to see from this lady was I don't know. This is why it disturbs me and I can't go back, because I don't know how to hold my facial expressions anymore. Like, when you're a server, you know how to lie and be like, but what I saw from her, and I had to just pretend like this didn't make me want to laugh out loud. I walked up to her table after all the food was gone. She sucked the bone. And I literally saw this fat lady looking in her miserable husband's eyes, scooping ranch out of the bottom of the ranch cup and sucking her finger. And I could feel the divorce coming on, is what I'm trying to say. It was hard to watch, you know? And when, like, you're serving, you gotta, like, cool, thanks, don't forget to tip your server. They didn't tip. His miserable ass didn't tip because he had to pay for 6 flights for his fat children and his fat wife that wants ranch. Thank you, that's my ranch joke. I digress. One thing that did happen, or that I learned about myself, is that black women above the age of 50 fucking love me. I don't know what it is, they just love me. I just get hit on all the time by old black women who are like 250, 300 pounds. I don't give a fuck. They just like me, whatever. But yeah, I was serving one day. There was this like group of like elderly black ladies. You know, I was nice and I was just talking story with them and they were flirting and I could tell, but I was working, so I wasn't trying to flirt with 2 56-year-old black ladies. You know, I digress again. No. But yeah, so I ended up like grabbing their chicken wings, bringing it back to their table, and at that point I looked at her and I was like, can I get you anything else? And then she did this. She looked me up and down. She's like, what you willing to give? She didn't have that part in, but I don't know. Chicken, that's all I'm willing to give. Just chicken. Chicken wings. We got boneless. We got bone in. I got some carrots and celery and ranch if you want to eat it at the end with your finger. That's my point. Cool story, guys. I have one more serving joke that I wanted to say. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I kind of talked about it already, but when you're a server, there's a lot of times where you just have to fucking fake it. And that's why I can't go back to it. I always remember, like, faking how, like, my smile for people, and then I had to go to this little cubby hole by all the other servers, and then it was like 5 minutes of just shit talk of all these ranch-eating assholes with Aloha shirts. You know what I mean? You get it. You get me. You get me. You bought this, Ross? My whole outfit is from Ross right now, so I can't even talk shit. What was I saying? No, this is from Mines, man. Yeah, this is the only thing I ever paid for clothing, you know? No, yeah, okay, so, but yeah, you gotta like hide and fake it. Now I do DoorDash, which is the shit, because I don't gotta fake anything. All I gotta do is go pick up your Mexican food. If I'm mad, I can yell at the lights, I can yell at a stop sign, I can yell at my little fucking incense thing that's hanging, whatevers. I'm still gonna get tipped the same. I don't gotta put a smile on my face and tell you like I like you. I don't give a fuck. I'm leaving it at your door because it says I can. I'm not even gonna text you or send you a picture of the right door. I'm just gonna fucking snap some blurry photo when I'm driving away. You fat ass eating McDonald's at 3 in the morning. Fuck you. See, but I can say that. I can say that now because I'm just in my car. I'm in my safe space. You get me? I can't say that to some fat lady dipping ranch in her finger. I can't tell you, listen, fat bitch, your husband hates you. Your kids are miserable. You guys are all wearing the same shirt that costs $5. Go home. I can't say that at a restaurant. DoorDash, I can. I can, but I'd get fired, okay? Yes, sure, I can. But I won't have a job. DoorDash, I can say all of those things. I can say all of that right before I drop it off at your door. I digress. Thanks, I'm Niko.
it up for Niko, ladies and gentlemen. Did someone just ask if I'm next? No, you're not. Actually, thank you so much to Niko. I liked how you mentioned that, like, you know, you were tired of having to lie, so you switched to doing comedy, and that makes perfect sense. That fucking ranch joke was the most honest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That came from just years of suppressed anger, I'm sure. No, give it up for Niko, ladies and gentlemen. He's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, give it up for Niko. Really loved that set. Now I'm supposed to, quote unquote, welcome humble Rohan. So everyone give it up for Rohans.
Fuck that humble Rohan shit, man. I run this shit. What's up, King's Pizza? Fuck yeah, outside too. Hey, you guys okay with like turning your chairs just because there's more people out there? And I don't know. I just want to say hi to my people who probably aren't going to hear my set. Isn't it good fun? Thank you, King's Pizza. Thank you, Paco Loco. Thank you, Mushroom. Most of all, thank you, Rohan. I know what you were thinking. I know, bro. What do you want me to do, man? Self-promotion. Self-deprecating. That's what Paco said. I gotta self-deprecate, talk to the crowd. I totally fucked up with this beautiful woman out there. I'm married, just so you know. I wasn't trying to hit on you. Yeah, is that your... That's yours? I just lost my train of thought. You said that I could fuck your husband? I don't want to fuck anyone's husband, okay? Let me get one thing straight. I may seem and act gay at times. Even my wife is like, you act gay. And I'm like, but we have 2 children together. I teach them about stranger danger. We all know about stranger danger, right? Stranger danger? One of us is the danger and one of us is we're both strangers. I don't know, it's kind of funny. You have kids with your husband that is polyamorous. I don't know if that's okay with her. That's kind of the point of the problem. It's like, not only a hashtag me too, but a hashtag yes please. You know, like I'm not just gonna roll up on some girl who's, I mean, she's remarkably beautiful. Got all the right curves in the places that I usually like to see them. And I tried to give her a hug, and you know what she said? I don't know you. And I'm like, stranger danger. And I'm like, yo, your parents taught you well. Your parents taught you well. Stay away from people like me. I am the kind of person who you kind of see and he's got cute eyes, yeah? And then you find out later that I break into your house when you're sleeping and put cameras all over your apartment. Okay, I tried to hug her because I'm a lover. I am. I like her. Like anyone who knows me and is listening knows that I'm a hugger. I had a very difficult time. I even have PTSD because the pandemic prevented me from sharing the love that I have with my fellow human beings. That sucked. Now that the pandemic is over, what? I'm still hugging though. Hugging. Damn it. Stranger danger, right? No, but you know the funny thing about stranger danger is that there are strangers that aren't dangerous that you need to talk to. Like, I assume that you do some kind of drug. You look like it. Shit. Come on, I take stimulants. Okay, let's go back on that conversation. Let's rewind. You look like using some kind of drug. Me? No. Well, I take stimulants. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Fuck, I take stimulants too. This is my stimulant right here. I'm stimulated. I wish it would be like a stimulus check. Give me some fucking money so I can pay for some more stimulants. You know what I mean? Let's get really stimulated up in here. What do you say? Stimulation. Damn, man. Back to stranger danger. Yeah, I don't know about you. I'm a little worried about you. You're like the kind of woman that if my wife, if I'm walking down the street, we're gonna like actually turn and go the other way. I mean, not like by myself, you know, only with my wife, because, okay, you're not that ugly. Was that, okay. You're not that beautiful? I don't know, I'm not good at compliments. I've been married for almost 19 years, and all I say to my wife is, make sure that you bring the car back home. I think, you know, I'm doing like the passive aggressive kind of like maybe after the show, you and your friend, we can talk. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, so there's like certain types of strangers that aren't dangerous and that are drug dealers. You guys probably know Rayo. And if you guys in marijuana, see him off property. I ain't snitching, I'm promoting. You done? Oh, you see? So come see me after the show off property. I got better deals and better weed. I don't know, man. So I teach my daughters about stranger danger nonsense, and it's kind of difficult because my friends that I hang out with outside is all about finding the stranger and seeing who they are. Like, hi, who are you? What's your name? Okay, danger. Danger, stay away from Henry, man. All right, guys, that's about my time. I appreciate you, Henry. Thank you.
Thanks, Rohans. Thanks so much. I want to thank you so much, Henry, for hosting. Yeah, that's right. Game recognized game. So this next comic, Mike Rayo, he asked me to roast him in my introduction. Oh, no, shit, that's not yet. Okay, don't worry about what I just said. This next comic did not ask me to roast him. Everyone, please give it up for the hilarious Joel Cobb.
You could if you want to. Yeah, roast me, shit. You know? I know what everyone is thinking right now. Why is Rohan still allowed to speak to children? I don't... Because our justice system has failed, that's why. That's the actual reason. See everybody here? Man, it's like, the comics here are getting younger. Are you here to do stand-up comedy also?
No, I'm here for support.
Okay, thank God. And it started with Jack, and then all the comics keep getting younger every week. I keep thinking one week I'll come here, there'll be a pregnant lady here. I'll be like, here to do comedy? It's like, no, but my unborn son is. Hey, how's it going, everybody? By a round of applause, how many of you are my father? Who's my father here? Anybody? That never works. What jokes can I do for kids? Let me think real quick. Video games. You like video games, right? You guys like Super Mario Brothers? I don't know. Between 7 and 10 years old, maybe. I don't know anymore. How young is your sister? How old is your sister? You're 20 years old? No, you're not. No, really?
Yeah.
You're 20. What the hell? She looks younger than you do.
Fuck off. Every day with this.
You are gonna appreciate that. Okay, you really are. I thought Henry was the oldest one the whole time, and I was gonna tell you two, who I thought were younger, that he's setting the bar really, really low for you. You should appreciate that. Right? Exactly, comedy, right? I'm old. Okay, so we're talking about video games. Do you like Mortal Kombat? I do one impression. If you guys like impressions, I like Mortal Kombat. All right. This is Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, arguing with his girlfriend. All right, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat arguing with his girlfriend. Get over yourself. All right. One impression. Okay, what else? I had nothing about video games. Do you guys like Super Mario Brothers? Do you like Super Mario Brothers? You guys play that growing up? I think it's good. I'm really glad that Mario and Luigi are Italian. are Italian Americans. I'm really glad. The better way to put it, I'm really glad that Nintendo is a Japanese video game company that portrays positive Italian Americans in their video games, because that's the only way. Like, can you imagine if an Italian video game company was like, hey, look, it's Super Ching Chong, brother. Like, oh, it's a me, Mao. And they live in a magical laundromat-inspired universe. Like, oh, where's the princess of the laundry? Or so, I don't know. I would create that video. I would play that. I would play that shit. I said shit, damn it. I was supposed to say that. Anybody, I guess everybody here lives here, all right? There's no out-of-town people. I drive Uber, so I've been mostly interacting with tourists and stuff. And there's something like I have to explain to them about Hawaii because, like, yes, we are predominantly Asian here, right? But we're not the Asian that most mainland people think we are. I mean, the hardworking. You know, I mean, I call it the Asian people in Hawaii. We're Lasians. That's what we are. I don't know what it is about Hawaii. It makes regular Asian people really bad at being Asian. And there's ways you can tell. Like, ask any Asian person who was born here, hey, speak your native language. You'll never find anybody that can do it. I'm Chinese. I took Japanese and Spanish in high school. You know, here's another thing I do. They're like, hey, can you show me something that I get, like in Hawaii that I can't see on the mainland? I'm like, okay, that's really easy. You see that right over there? That's a homeless Asian person. Yeah, there's another one right over there. You'll never see that anywhere else. And it's weird because, like, we're mostly Japanese Asian, right? I've been to Japan, and it's crazy how much more motivated Japanese people are over there. Like, take the rail, right? How the hell, like, I've been to Japan 10 years ago, and I went 600 miles in 2.5 hours. They gave us $10 billion to make this freaking thing. What? I have to assume that either A, something about the water and the sunshine in Hawaii makes Asian people lazy, or B, that radioactive contamination makes Japanese people just stronger somehow. I'm starting to think it's the latter. No, but listen, we nuked Japan twice and they're 50 years ahead of us. How did that happen? We only made them stronger. They've had like 2 nuclear power plants explode. I don't understand. And they're the longest living people on Earth somehow. Too. It's crazy. Like over there, it doesn't matter where you are in all of Japan, all right? You will never see a pothole anywhere. Anywhere. Not one. And that's because they care over there. In Japan, they've assigned one old man, his entire life is to take care of that street. And if a single pothole were to appear for over an hour, he would be forced to walk into the suicide forest to save his family's honor. Not here. Not here. We care so little over here. There's like, you ever seen a speed bump with potholes in it? That's only in Hawaii. Is that a possibility? No, I hope they don't finish the rail. Honestly, I hope it never gets finished. I hope they just leave it there as it is, as a testament to why you should never give Hawaii money. That kind of money ever again. It's been weird. It's been weird this year. Like, everybody that grew up here, the tourist situation here, right? Because it's more tourists than we've ever seen ever in our lives. And it's all American tourists. Isn't that strange? It's a strange thing. I was used to every year, especially Memorial Day. Memorial Day was weird because, like, a funny thing happens at Memorial Day in Hawaii because it's mostly Japanese tourists. And that is, you can go to the Arizona Memorial and see, like, 10 World War II veterans all waiting behind 100 Japanese nationals. They're all waiting in line to take a picture in front of a boat they sank. And they're like shitty about it too. They're like, yeah, victory. Like, hey, come on. It's inappropriate. Let me see what else is clean. I have a lot of body hair. You have body hair yet, Henry? Is that a thing for you? I don't know how to read that. If he was really confident, I'd be like, you don't have a single one, but maybe you got 2 or 3. Here's what happens. I don't know what kind of. Are you part Asian in somehow? I don't know. Most people are now, right? Jack is. You look like you could be related almost, right? Because like you're not. Are you 100% white? And you got into Punahou? Congratulations. Totally different scenario. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. You're super white. You're like white plus. You can go right to Hollywood right now and be like, hey, I know a guy, and they'll be like, come right this way. It's amazing. And actually, we can talk about white privilege real quick. I'm working on this thing on white privilege. Everybody like talks about what they think white privilege is. He gave me the light. That's white privilege right there. La 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 la. Doesn't exist. It does exist though. I didn't really know what it is, but it became all clear to me lately when I realized, okay, this is the best example of white privilege I can think of. Machine Gun Kelly. Do you know who he is? You know who he is. MGK. Here's a white rapper that got his ass handed to him in a beef with another white rapper. And instead of quitting like almost every rapper, he was like, I guess I'll just have to win Pop Punk Album of the Year then. You know what I'm saying? This guy fell out of the rap game and landed in Blink 182 somehow. Who else gets to do that? Nobody. Can you imagine if in the 90s Dr. Dre was like, oh man, this East Coast, West Coast beef doesn't work out, I guess I gotta always go sing for Yellow Card. That wouldn't happen. Is Fall Out Boy looking for anybody? Doesn't work the same way. A lot of people talk about equity too. You know what equity would be in that situation? Equity would be if Hootie and the Blowfish had some epic beef with like a Nickelback, and then Hootie lost. And then the next year dropped the hottest rap album of the year. Hootie on the cover of Source magazine. That would be equity. Didn't mean to get political there, sorry. It's weird though, it's weird being like, I don't even know what Asian people are anymore. You know what I mean? Like I remember you had a joke about it. Where it was in front of a bunch of black people, which by the way, terrifying situation, I understand. This is just for me and Jack. I used to do a comedy in LA, and there would be like 5 black comedians getting up, all doing Asian jokes. And you would get up there, they'd be like, come on. I'd be like, nope, not gonna do it. That's why we're Asians, because we're not willing to go to jail over jokes. That's the biggest difference there. I was saying, okay, so I have a lot of body, but it's not what you think. I do have a lot of body here, and I know you don't believe me. I can tell by the look on your face. Nobody ever believes me when I say I have body hair, but it's true, but it's not what you think. All of my body hair is concentrated directly on my nipples. Here and there, baby. What? Here's the crazy part. Like, I shave it a little bit, okay? And I know it sounds vain, but I have to, because like other dudes have nipple hair too, but mine's Asian hair, it's straight, so it dangles down out of my mante. Stop laughing! It's not cool. Before I learned to shave it, I would go to the beach and children would be like, Daddy, why is his chest crying? It's not okay. I want to not care less. I just want to be like, want to be really old and have my my hair go all white and just grow it all white, and then just grow out my long white nipple hair like 2 Fu Manchu mustaches. Just squat in the corner of Chinatown, stroking them wisely. Until some crazy homeless person pushes me over and takes all my shit. Hashtag stop Asian hate. All right, everybody, I went way over time. Thank you for putting up with me. You gotta kick me off the stage when I roll over time. That's how you host. Do that with this guy later. Thank you.
Hey, shout out to Joel again. Absolutely hilarious. This guy has so much stage presence. Like, there's nothing that makes an audience more comfortable than individually asking them about their pubic hair. It really makes an audience feel at home. Guys, yeah, where the fuck did he go? Joel, dude, you gotta be careful with those shots at MGK. He might make a bullshit 3-minute song about you where he calls you old 8 times. Yeah. Oh, Eminem fans. Fucking millennials. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm 16. It's my job. This next comic has all the enthusiasm in the world and none of the skill to back it up. Everyone, please give it up for Trey Kuhn.
Hi guys, how's it going? Here's my enthusiasm. Hope you're enthusiastic about it. Oh my god, you do look younger than Henry. That's all I heard earlier. It's like you look like his 14-year-old sister. You're like 14-year-old Henry. Oh. Yeah. Hey, I wanna talk about some musical things recently, you know. So I went out yesterday. I went to a karaoke bar for the first time in like a year and a half, and that was, first of all, hella fun. We had our own little room. It's how I usually do karaoke minus the cocaine. Children. No, right next to you. How old are you? You're 18, old enough. No, we were doing karaoke and everything, so you know what that means, right? When I got home, YouTube algorithm already knew I was still about the music, okay? So, it ends up making me a video saying the top 10 songs that you didn't realize had a cryptic message backwards. And I was like, yes, I know these songs, but I'm gonna watch this video anyway, okay? Just to see if I know the songs that they're gonna bring up. And as I'm watching it, it's like, yeah, if there's a bushel in your head now, Stairway to Heaven, classic one, you know, you play it backwards, oh, you love sweet, you know, it says these weird cryptic messages to you. Biggest one, Freddie Mercury sat there, was like, boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust, boom, boom, boom. You know what? This is gonna sound amazing backwards because it says, it's fun to smoke marijuana. First of all, if these musicians could write a song forwards and backwards, creative geniuses, they're allowed to do this. Like, if they sold their souls to the devil in order to write a song both frontwards and backwards to tell me the fucking fun of smoking marijuana, yes, you sold your soul to the right person. And how can I sell my soul to him too? I mean, like, how funny would it be if the joke I just said, if you played it backwards, it was the rest of my set? Like, wouldn't it be amazing? Because, like, I don't even know what I'm about to say for the rest of my set. But if you listen to this video backwards later on YouTube, you're going to figure out that I was saying that, unfortunately, Biz Markie passed away today. You guys know who Biz Markie is? I feel like some people are a little young. I know this corner over here knows Biz Markie. You got what I need. For you say he's just a friend. For you say this guy capitalized on sounding ugly. He made karaoke singing a platinum fucking record. I was listening to my voice yesterday at karaoke. I'm still shrieking today. Karaoke voice. It's not COVID. Not COVID. I found out, somebody posted on Facebook, they said they have a friend, 5 of them all vaccinated, and all of them are in the hospital with COVID again. And I'm like, wow, good thing I didn't spend my money on this vaccination. That's a joke because it's free. It's like I'm afraid to get my vaccination, not because of like anything that they did to Tuskegee and all that stuff, you know? Like, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, No, this is not the flu, sir. But I was thinking about it, and like to do this and then get COVID. I forgot where I was going. Yeah, let me bounce off to another musical thought. This was actually a fun one. I went out dancing for the first time in a year now. Everything